welcome to another Let's Play. And today I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 4, which is a game that I'm very fond of. I tried this once before, but I had a El Cheapo, not an Elgato, a streaming card, which worked like crap. It was very obviously made in China, and I was very angry at my wife for picking out that particular one, because while I said I'd like her to get me a card, I didn't guess that she was just going to go online and just get whatever. And unfortunately, you certainly get what you pay for. It was cheap, it worked cheap, and it sucked, and I couldn't turn the volume down. So it was all kinds of crap. Luckily, I got the old Elgato there. That was a problem, the voice mixing. You couldn't hear me hardly. So anyway, this is a game I'm a very big fan of. I played the heck out of, gosh darn it. I played the heck out of, in true me fashion. I played it years after it already come out. So it wasn't a new game when I played it. It's certainly not a new game now. This is probably the newest game I've ever showcased here. And it's one that I have played a fair amount. I just love the way the game plays. I love the way it controls. I like its goofy cheeseball story. I like its simplistic kind of, hey, look, we're the Americans, we're the good guys here. We kidnapped our gosh darn president's daughter, and now we're going to mess you up. I like it. It's everything about it is just real cool in my eyes. So we are going to be playing through. We're going to play on professional, not because I'm some kind of great player, because this game isn't all that hard. It can be difficult at times, but it's not too tough. Wait a second. Let me make sure I properly set up all the volume here the way I want it. I think that'll do. I just got to make sure everything's kind of set. So we're going to get the intro here. They're going to talk about Umbrella. And I'll be honest with you guys, none of this really matters. It's kind of nice background information. I never played any of the other Resident Evils, like the ones that were involved Umbrella, involved the T virus and the zombies and the Raccoon City. I never played any of those games because I was always a Nintendo guy. I didn't have a PlayStation. And this horror survival thing wasn't really that interesting to me. And I tried to play it a couple of times at my friend's house, but just kind of the railroad track controls was real big turn off. Even though it wasn't a new, it was a new thing, so like we had no reason to say that this was an incorrect way to control a game. But it just wasn't any good for me. A lot of other people liked it. So this is pretty funny that they like turned a town into a bunch of like kind of like zombies. And the United States government revoked their business license, and their stock price went down, and that's what killed Umbrella, not the fact that they had turned an entire town into virus-afflicted zombies.
6 years.
That's not what got me.
Since that horrendous incident.
But yeah, 6 years later, Leon, who I believe is from the second game, I don't know, didn't play it. He's going out to a part of Europe, which will remain unnamed for the rest of the game.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president.
I like direct control of the president. There's a lot of things that are under direct control of the president. It's called the executive branch guy. I mean, that includes the military, the FBI, any of those. I know it's meant to sound real, like, sexy there. Under the direct control of the government. Or the president. But I'm going to turn it up a little bit. For me, hopefully that won't interfere with what you guys are listening to. Because of course I like to have the ambiance as well. This game has a nice ambiance. I do have a nice surround speaker setup. Not a nice one, all the speakers are from thrift shops. I refuse to spend a lot of money on it. But I also refuse to play without surround sound. It's just a lot nicer that way in my eyes. Maybe I'm full of beans. Well, you won't need to count on those guys. Not for long, buddy. I don't want to give anything away. But anybody who's watched a horror movie knows exactly what's going to happen to them. Also, if you're watching this, you probably, most likely, know how this game's going to go, how it's going to end. You just want to hear my charming voice describe it. So yeah, it's nice to see the Spanish cooperating with us. From what I'm told, their accent is not actually European Spanish. It's more Mexican Spanish. Which, you'd like to say, well, who knows the difference? But, in America, obviously, where you have a large Mexican population, they're certainly gonna notice it. Now me, I don't notice it because not because I don't know any Spanish or haven't heard any Spanish, but I haven't heard a lot of Spanish. You know, I've only heard the Mexican version, you know, being an American. So I really couldn't tell a difference. Yeah, I know. What took you so long to pick? You know, he said it's suddenly cold, but it looks like it's cold anyway. Everybody's wearing their heavy jackets and all that. So, what ifs? So anyway, driving off into Destiny here, and or Density, whichever. We'll check out what's going on. Yeah, this intro's a bit lengthy. It's not too bad. The old rope bridge of no return. There's not ropes, it's got chains. You know, it looks like, you know, your stereotypical rope bridge. Doesn't look very safe for an SUV to be going across. Like how these guys are wearing these button-up shirts with no ties. I mean, like what are they in the Iranian military? You know, although I think they mostly have Mandarin collars. You know, like Ambassador, Foreign Minister Zarif there. Looks ridiculous. I don't know if you guys know that, but the reason the Iranians don't wear ties, or the government people don't wear ties, is because they consider it a sign of the cross, like of Crusaders or whatever, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever.
Leon, I hope you can hear me.
So here's Hunnigan. We're gonna be talking to her.
I'll be your support on this mission.
We're gonna have a little definite video game dialogue here. Check this out.
Name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself.
So like they're
okay?
elbow poking you, like
Whoever
this
this
guy
smoke
is on
is,
this
sure
mission.
picked
He's
the
like,
wrong
oh, so the subject's name is Ashley Graham, right? Like this is the president's daughter. I mean, are you kidding me? Is he like, oh, let me just make sure I've got this all checked out. Let me make sure I've got all the info here for this rescue mission of the president's daughter. I mean, geez Louise. Okay, so you can shoot birds, and it is completely unprofitable to do so. So check this out. This is the last bird for a while I'm going to shoot. 400 pesetas is not worth my bullet because bullets tend to be in short supply in this game. Not really in super short supply. I mean, certainly on this one, on the professional level, they're a lot stingier, and the enemies tend to take more pepper to take them down. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. So we're going to go over here and check out what's in the box, because these boxes, oh good, more handgun ammo. Oh, and the good thing is if you're a doof like me and you say no, you can always say yes again. So I think that's pretty neat. And you can do that. So this door is open. We're being watched. Of course we're being watched. Why wouldn't we be watched? So yeah. So I think this game kind of has a little bit of an inverted difficulty because I think the game is a little bit tougher at the beginning because of you've got crappier weapons.
Excuse me. Sir?
You know, they're less effective and such. I think so. We'll see if I change my mind as I keep playing. So we're gonna interrogate this villager. Not interrogate. We're gonna question him. They're like, hey, buddy, you seen this girl? I like how he does the long ways turn
I was
around.
wondering if you might recognize a girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón.
So I do
Sorry,
know
Father.
what cabron means. The rest of it I don't. So he's got a hatchet. You see a lot of guys armed with farm implements, particularly hatchets. They love those. The hatchets scare me the most because they can throw them. So homeboy here is going to come at us, which is fine, he may. And we're going to kick the crap out of him. That's going to be our deadliest weapon. The fact that we can kick, ooh, 1,000 pesetas, that's nice. The fact that we can kick is going to save us a lot of bullets. Alright. So, yeah, the jig is up. Definitely they've sensed the invader has come into town. And we've certainly run across something here. Now we're going to talk to Hunnigan here, for some reason.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize it.
Yeah, neutralize him,
Still
like
surrounding
it.
area.
Neutralize him.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Yeah, that's helpful. Take whatever measures necessary to save someone. Like, duh. I said he's not a zombie. That's funny. I like that little wink they give to the other game. So we can go over here. A lot of people miss this. There's nothing here, but it's gross. Bunch of skulls, maggots, flies, nasty. Just there pretty much for the gorn of it. And so we're gonna be hearing this music a lot because this means it's bad. Make sure to get the ammo, of course. That ammo's always there. The other ammo's not always there. So we got to go out the window because the door's blocked. He always does his action hero bullcrap leap out there, and then yeah, we're gonna run into heavy traffic. So we run away, create a little bit of distance here because they aren't all that fast. They can run. But the last thing we want is to get them to gang up on us when we got such an ineffective weapon. I was gonna knife him to death. Can you die for me? Thank you. Okay. So when you stun them like that, there we go. Or you get them to go to their knees, you can kick them. When you take them down, you can go for your, you can try to knife them to death. It's a way to conserve ammo, and conserving ammo is very important. Like I said, on the professional difficulty. It's important on all difficulties, all 2 of them. But the easy one, it's not as big of a deal because the game tends to be a lot more generous. It's a green herb, which gives you a little bit of health back. Not too bad. It can be combined with other herb combinations in order to make it a maximum heal deal or to increase your total amount. So this sign right here means bad times. Looks like a warning. I have a bad feeling about this. Me too. So help the doggy, because of course help the doggy. So yeah, pretty neat. We helped the doggy. The doggy will help us later, but I would have helped the doggy anyway, because I love doggies. Now you can take a look at that. So there's bear traps around here, and you had better watch your P's and Q's, because if you step on one, it does a fair amount of damage. It causes me to jump, because it makes a horrible noise, obviously. So take a look at this. You can see these are like strings of dynamite kind of fused together there. Unfortunately, I would like to get this Dumbo to come after me. Is there anything here? No, okay, good. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out. See, that's a problem. Very unfortunately, he's not actually dumb enough to walk into his own trap, which I don't appreciate very much, I'll tell you that. Okay, now you can shoot these out, which is, I think what I'm gonna do. Let me see, you go around this way too, around the tree, which is also a winning strategy. Yeah, you gotta watch out because there are bear traps. There's a bear trap right here in the middle, and you don't want, like I said, you don't want to step on them. I mean, they do a bit of damage. It's not as bad a damage as you would think, stepping on a frickin' bear trap, which is like, I don't know what it would do. I don't want to know what it would do. It sounds pretty disgusting to me, what it would do. And there's bad guys up ahead. But luckily, all the bad guys in this game feel the need to just scream out whenever they see you. So it's kind of obvious when they're coming. That is just a ridiculously gruesome form of killing somebody. Like, who the hell would kill somebody like that? Ridiculous. In any case, now see, this guy, he's got a hatchet there. And run. Oh my god, wow, what the heck? Where did you get all that health, son? Alright, so off to a pretty rancid start there. Alright. Off to a pretty rancid start, I'm afraid. So I'm very sorry about that. I already had to use one green herb. We start off with a first aid spray, which is nice. And you just kind of run through here because those guys don't do anything. You got this guy right here, who's gonna yell at you, of course. He's gotta yell at you first. It's the rule. Anyway, we just kicked the stuff out of him. Yes, I'll try to lay off the cursing, even though this is obviously, I would say, an adult game. Because I hate it when they say, like, oh, these are mature content. This is not really mature. This is like immature, I would say. I would say mature content would be like playing Civilization or something. Now that's mature. This is more just like, you know, cheesy. It's like showing boobs in a video game being mature. It's not, because at my age I've seen plenty of boobs. It's not really something that is very titillating or I find crazy anymore. But it's good for the teenagers because they, you know, their ability to see boobs is lower. Okay. Okay, so I think that's enough, and I think we've really put a coda on that with that great talk about boobs. And so thanks for watching, and bye-bye.